So if you're watching this video, you may or may not already be aware of the brand new release from Ford. They just revealed the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick pickup truck. Now this is a compact pickup truck, but they've done a lot of really interesting things with this, and I really believe it's something that might be a bit groundbreaking and it might shake up the industry a bit. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so if you're watching this video expecting this reveal to be all about a new big burly diesel truck designed to haul upwards of 40,000 pounds, well, you're watching the wrong video. But this video is about a groundbreaking truck that was just revealed from Ford. Now, I know the content on my channel is largely focused on larger trucks, but at the same time, there is a huge market for a more practical compact truck that can act as essentially an everyday commute vehicle, the type of vehicle that you can own instead of a sedan or instead of a, traditional SUV that gives you the ability to do all the things that you would typically do with a pickup truck throughout the day, while at the same time saving you on fuel and giving you a little bit more compact package to cruise around town in. Now, I say that because if you look at one of the most popular compact trucks out there, the Toyota Tacoma, there's clearly a market for a smaller vehicle. And I think that this may have actually been a sweet spot that Ford was trying to fill. But there's a lot of information to really delve into, and I'm going to try to touch on pretty much all the major topics that I think most people are interested in. So let's first touch on all the basics. This truck comes as a standard 5-passenger 4-door pickup truck with a fully hybrid powertrain and an EPA estimated range of 500 miles or 40 miles per gallon in the city. That's pretty phenomenal, and that's on a single tank of fuel. So whenever you look at the value behind something like this, it's the fact that you can drive it every single day, and it's a very low-cost vehicle to drive, and it's going to fulfill probably 80% of your truck needs for the average family every day, right? It's not going to be a truck that you want to drive if you are planning on towing heavy or if you're going to be using it in a commercial environment where you need to have a lot of weight in it, but it's definitely going to fit most of the needs of the folks who travel to Lowe's or Home Depot or to pick up groceries or just to carry the typical things that you might need to carry throughout your normal business week. Now, at first glance, you'll probably say this looks a lot like a Honda Ridgeline in the sense that it is a unibody platform and you don't see that distinctive separation between the bed and the cab of the truck that you would typically see on pretty much any pickup truck. The Honda Ridgeline also shares a unibody style platform. So again, if you're going to compare this to really any other truck on the market, it would probably be closest to something like a Ridgeline. The difference here is that this gets the fuel economy of a Honda Civic in the city. So 40 miles per gallon, again, in a compact pickup truck with the features and amenities that this truck is going to be equipped with is pretty phenomenal. Okay, so everyone's going to want to know what the specs are on this truck. So the base engine that comes in this truck at the lowest price configuration is actually the hybrid engine. It comes with a 2.5 liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder hybrid engine, which delivers 191 horsepower and 155 pound-feet of torque. And it's mated to a continuously variable transmission driving the front wheels. So it does not come in all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Now, in terms of payload capacity and towing capacity, if you get it equipped with the hybrid, again, that's going to give you the 40 miles per gallon city or the 500-mile overall range on a single tank of gas. It's going to come with a standard 1,500 pounds worth of payload capacity and upwards of 2,000 pounds worth of maximum tow capacity. So this is definitely not going to be a truck that you are going to tow really any travel trailer around with. There might be a few ultra light teardrop style travel trailers, but this is definitely not the one you would get if you wanted to tow any type of real recreational vehicle behind it. It might be okay for a couple of jet skis or a small boat or some kayaks, things like that. But again, not designed to tow RVs. Now, for those people looking for a more capable truck, you can actually upgrade to a 2-liter EcoBoost gas engine. It's going to deliver 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it's standard with front-wheel drive, but you can option it with all-wheel drive. Now, if you option it with the EcoBoost, you can equip it with what they call the 4K tow package, and this gives you, like it sounds, 4,000 pounds pounds worth of maximum towing capacity. And that's actually enough for some smaller travel trailers. Basically, those travel trailers that have like a gross vehicle weight rating of around 3,500 pounds, right up to 4,000 pounds. And the payload capacity on this truck should be roughly the same, right around 1,500 pounds worth of payload capacity, which is arguably as much as an F-150 or as the standard F-150 a lot of people would buy. What you want to be careful with any truck that's compact, small, relatively lightweight, is the relatively short nature of the truck, and how light it is can make towing travel trailers a bit more sketchy, only because if you have a longer, heavier trailer, that trailer can dictate how the truck handles, right? Basically, wind hitting that trailer, causing it to rock side to side, can transfer to the truck, so you want to be very careful. Just because you have the towing capacity doesn't mean you should use the towing capacity, because it doesn't really apply to every single trailer out there, and how you handle weight and balance in your trailer and the configuration of stuff in the trailer really matters. Now, I don't think it's going to be any surprise that this truck is going to be heavily marketed towards folks who are looking for kind of that small, compact, easy to get around with vehicle that would normally look at maybe a hybrid car or an SUV, but they'd really like the flexibility of a truck. Maybe perhaps folks who like to get out and do sporting activities. They like to haul equipment around like that. They like to haul maybe their kayaks around, mountain bikes, and other things that just get them out to an area so they can enjoy the day. I think that this is going to be very, very heavily targeted towards those folks. And it makes sense, because with the range you get, with the fuel economy you get, with the utility that you get in this truck, I would really imagine it's going to be a popular truck for those who might have a big diesel truck. They might have a big Ram 3500 or a Ford F450 or a Chevy 3500 HD sitting in their driveway, but they just want to take something a little smaller, something a little bit more maneuverable, something that uses very, very little fuel, something that they can make quick trips to the store with, that's comfortable, that's going to have the technology that they're looking for with a lot of the features and accessories that you expect in newer vehicles, that's also affordable, but at the same time is another option to take whenever they don't need to tow a trailer. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the standard and optional features that you can get on this truck. First of all, it's going to have a standard 8-inch center touchscreen display. Of course, you're going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I think those are pretty much standard on just about everything now. You can also pay for Wi-Fi service to connect up to 10 devices, as well as get it equipped with the Ford Copilot 360, which is essentially the standard pre-collision assist, Ford emergency braking, the automatic high beam headlamps, cross traffic alerts, lane centering, and evasive steering assist. And it's going to have 5 standard driving modes: normal, eco, sport, slippery, and tow haul, to enhance performance over those types of conditions. And something that's kind of interesting when it comes to the bed of the truck is they actually label it the flex bed. So it's a 4.5-foot bed. With the tailgate down, it's 6 feet long. So they basically say you can haul, a full sheet of plywood or lumber in the back without it hanging off too far. And they designed the bed specifically for organization and storage in mind. They did it in a way that's kind of interesting. They basically sent their development team out to watch and observe people at home improvement and furniture stores, as well as college kids moving into their dorms, and they wanted to see how they struggle with loading things, or how they loaded things into the bed, and what they could do to make that process a little easier and more convenient. So kudos to them for that. That's true market research, trying to take the initiative to go out and find out specifically what people are doing. And I think all the manufacturers are doing a really good job of that. Whether it's a Ram vehicle, whether it's a Chevy or GMC, everyone has taken a laser focus on trying to add convenience features that they really think people will benefit from. And this truck is no different. Now, Ford is going to offer this truck in several trim levels, including the XL, XLT, Lariat, as well as the FX4 package, which is their all-wheel drive XLT and Lariat trimmed truck. Basically a more off-road appearance package. You're going to have all-terrain tires, better suspension tuning, as well as some underbody protection that you don't get on the standard truck. It's going to be a little bit more off-road focused. And I think the biggest news of all when it comes to this truck is the starting price. It's actually going to have an MSRP of $19,995. You heard that right, and that's with the hybrid-equipped engine. So the price on this is pretty phenomenal, and I think that's really where this truck becomes a groundbreaking truck. It offers you a tremendous package for the price. But there's going to be a lot of videos, there's going to be a lot of content, and who knows, I may even buy one of these trucks just so I can feature it and see what it's all about and how it truly works in a day-to-day environment. So hang tight for that, because I'm seriously considering getting this as a runaround truck. And if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm into things like mountain biking. So it would be really cool to see how this truck really stacks up and how it acts as an everyday commute vehicle. Because I'm always going to have a big truck. I'm always going to have a big truck, probably a dually, in my driveway. And, you know, oftentimes that second vehicle, the one that you drive around when you run into the store, when you run into Lowe's, when you're taking your bikes out, when you're just trying to run small errands, well, sometimes that's the vehicle you drive most often. That's the one that you put the miles on. And if you can save some money, if you can still get the jobs accomplished that you need a truck for, and you're able to do it in a compact package that makes sense, while still leaving you your big burly truck to haul around your big trailers and your fifth wheel, your campers, your goosenecks, your construction trailers, things like that, you know, why not take advantage of that? And at the end of the day, that's really the groundbreaking nature of this truck, the fact that you can get this truck for 20 grand. And if I had it, I would likely get it with the EcoBoost and not the hybrid, only because I would want that additional 2,000 pounds towing capacity, basically the 4,000 pounds maximum towing capacity, because, you know, at least I'd want to see how it performs towing those smaller travel trailers that I talk about. But anyways, there's going to be a tremendous amount of content on this truck, and who knows, we may end up with one on the channel so you guys get my first-hand perspective of what it's like to own one. Anyways, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.